Clarity, details, information. These are things that we like in the World of Marvel Contest of Champions. Especially when you're chasing some high-end type of champions similar to the Deathless champions. We all knew about Lumatrix about 2 months ago. Was it 2 months ago? Something like that. And because of this, we knew that we had to farm things like Light Essence. And of course, everything was around. The collection of Light Essence means Lumatrix. But it doesn't just mean Light Essence for Lumatrix. And of course, from a free-to-play perspective, and there is a free-to-play path in order to get the champion, it's more trickier than you might imagine. And we got the clarification for this yesterday. So I've just got back from work, and I'm just looking at a lot of people giving me loads of things to explore, look into, investigate. And this one in particular caught my eye because it's been a question that people have asked. Like, the acquisition of Light Essence, even though Kabam haven't said it is, on paper, it is like a permanent, or not permanent, but an ongoing. Let's just take permanent out of the equation. An ongoing resource that you can farm, or an ongoing rare currency or trading currency you can go get. Because we knew that trying to get Light Essence was these sources. Battlegrounds, get a GC, and of course the further you get up you get more. Alliance War Encounter Showcase, you get 1. Saga Incursions, you get 1. Raids and Nightmare Raids, you get 1. The Ordeal, you get 1. Featured Hero Arena, rank 1. You know, again, you get 1 or many depending on the amount of like times you do it. But doing that is really, really difficult and time consuming. Double track event, of course, you've got to spend for that. Weekly deals, you've got to spend for that. Summoners Market, you've got to spend for that. But we knew that there was an extra compensation, Light Essence. So, again, we added to that. Now, I've done my calculations on stuff. I'm actually going to load that up whilst... oh, I've already loaded it up. There you go me. And kind of looked at like, well, if Kabam continue on, when and where you'll likely get yourself a free Lumatrix. But of course I put this down as being a theory, because it did seem like it was an ongoing, and seems to be an ongoing resource or ongoing currency for you to get. And of course you add it into the spending side of things, you probably would have been able to grab, if I can get this into shot properly. Come on, where is it? It is... I don't know where it is. For some reason my screen's just gone all black and broken. There we go, all fixed. So at this moment in time, as a free-to-play player, you should have 7. And then if you've spent, you might have... You've probably already bought Lumatrix as well. So, trying to get it as a free-to-play player is a difficult mistress. And especially if it continues on, you'd have to do Alliance Raids May, June, July. And of course the Victory Track or higher for Season 28, 29 and 30 of Battlegrounds. So why are we talking about this, Rich? Why are you bringing this to our attention? What's changed? What's blah, 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 blah? Well, Kabam Crash's given us a bit more kind of like details, because I'm still a bit lost. But as we said, I was under the impression this was an ongoing thing. And it is. It is going to be an ongoing currency, but trying to get yourself a Lumatrix is a problem. But you will be positioned as a free-to-play player to get the next one. More than likely. Let's find out more what's going on. Okay. Yeah. This is the big question, isn't it? I don't think Kabam have decided to announce when it will expire. Yep, that's correct. Kabam have not done that. And Kabam Crash has said it will swap over to Essence for the next idol in June with the new Saga. So what that means is it will swap over. Will it swap over your Light Essence, or will you have to trade it in? Currently in game there is I think there's a trade-in option at the moment for Light Essence. You can get a 6-star one, or it transfers over to something else, I think, if I remember rightly. But again, let's read on with this. And it's up to June as the opportunity. So maybe you could get it for... Can you get it for free in June? We'll have to go back and have a look in a second. But there's a lot of questions. As soon as that started asking that, there's a lot of questions. Question here from Standerman. I hope to have an answer. Nice. Why didn't you allow us to have more than 12 free 12 free gasoline for Idol. You exclude the top 1 in Versus and top 100 in Battlegrounds. Impossible for most people. Thank you. So what this is here, Idols are regular release champions, each taking up 1 of the slots in the 23 champion regular release roadmap. In fact, because of their unique designs, they are some of the more resource intensive regular release champions. If we started giving those champions away for free to tens of thousands of players, we would be out of a business pretty quickly. We were generous with Isotheme because it was our 10th anniversary, but it's not viable to make that the norm. So, okay, we'll come back to this in a minute because I want to jump around to the following. Because if we're looking at the fact here, if you're a free-to-play player as of now, you will have 7. This is providing you've got past victory track, right? 7, 8, which is the May one. Alliance Raids May, that's another one. It's 10. 11 for Alliance Raids June, providing that actually comes in. It might even mean that you'll miss out if you're a free-to-play player. Like if they gave one free compensation-based light essence, it might mean that you're on 11. I don't 100% know because Kabam haven't given this kind of indication that you may or may not get more light essence in May. So this hangs in the balance. Again, to point out, if you're kind of lost in the kind of sort of what I'm kind of referring to is, Kabam have said that this is more of a premium-based champion. They did say there is a free-to-play option based on what they said in the live stream. But because Kabam haven't announced what and to the volume of light essence you can get in May, next month, we don't know on the extent of can you actually get a Lumatrix for free as a free-to-play player. And as well, does a light essence swap for a new currency, or can you still use light essence going into further acquisitions? Similar way that you'd kind of use, I don't know, Deathless Shards to purchase a Deathless champion. That's not the example and not the case, but, you know, again, an example of getting a rare champion for not spending for it, to kind of give you a bit of an idea there. Okay, so hopefully you've kind of like understood what I'm trying to say and what we're kind of covering with this. Now on this particular thread, there's nothing in it. Doesn't look like there's not any more in it, but I can definitely see that, yeah, like this is, again, we're asking like more questions here of this. Does this mean that there won't be a Deathless-like quest or challenge related to having all the idols? I think knowing that one way or the other would be super informative to helpful to decide what to do. Like, are these trophy champions? Do they have these unique abilities that you'd like to kind of collect a champion regardless? It's just questions, really. And that's the way I started off this video, is kind of knowing as much as possible for the chase and acquisition so you can make these informed decisions of, number one, are you going to chase it as a free-to-play player? Number two, to what end is the spending element to it? And also the places that you'll need to go in order to grab more light essence. Yes, okay, you need to do some of this stuff. You know, you've got to finish top here, top there, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, I think a lot of us kind of understand that. But to, again, what end is the questing and acquisition? Will there be a quest in May? We don't know that. As in the ordeal, as in Saga incursions like event, like two types of events there, you know. Are there 2 light essence there? Because if there's 2 light essence there, or maybe 3 in the month of May, then that's different. You know, I'm already up to, technically I would already be up to 10, which means there's less pressure in May because I do a Nightmare raid and I'd have to do Battlegrounds because I'm likely going to miss off this one due to having a life. So it's a bit of a stressful time, isn't it, when it comes to try and acquire this stuff or know exactly information from Kabam about what the heck is going on in the crazy world of Marvel Contest of Champions and trying to get light essence. I thought it was important to share this with everybody because, again, like, we're still unknown. but we just know what we've just known just then. And I think as well, Kabam need to put like a little bit of information here on the idol armory, because again, that's another kind of like important element. Like what's going on with this? Okay, I'm gonna go like, how long have I got on this? Is this time sensitive? It doesn't say it's time sensitive. It's just trying to get as much information as possible. If I click on this, you know, I click on there, you know, it doesn't say anything information-wise there. And also that looming feeling that I have, that I've got 6 of these light essence here. Am I going to miss out on Lumatrix? Because they're guaranteed to Lumatrix. So they're not guaranteed to idol champions. And Kabam said, where is it? Here, it will swap over to essence for the next idol in June. So am I going to lose my essence? So Kabam must have something up their sleeve, because they wouldn't have put this right here. There's a free-to-play path, but most summoners will have to spend something to secure 12 light essence. So I guess it may be best to not say there's a free... Kabam, if it's incorrect, Kabam shouldn't have said there's a free-to-play path. And as well, we need to wait to see what May's live stream's going to be all about, because it could be something that says there's extra light essence. Either way, I am now a bit concerned about how light essence has been tipped and also told to the community, because I feel a lot of information might have been missed off that's going to be important. Can you do it? How can you do it? Will it make an impact towards the end? Is it going to play it like Deathless Champions? Will you need them at the end? You know, there's a lot of questions I think a lot of players do have. Anyway, what's your thoughts on this? Are you now giving up? Are you going to be fighting hard in May? Your thoughts in the comments? Or is it just about the rank placement overall for some of these areas? Thoughts in the comments. Cheers and bye-bye.